Hi everyone, and welcome to Wig It Out with Nikki. And today we're going to do a much necessary heat treatment to a heat-friendly wig. I don't know if you know this, but all heat-friendly wigs do require heat treatments intermittently based on the length of the wig. So the shorter the wig is, the less heat treatment you have to do. The longer it is, because of friction, you have to treat and reseal the pieces of the silicone. So I went ahead and freshly washed my Raquel Welch Dare to Be in pink. When she was still damp, partial dry, I went ahead and added some John Renew heat treatment. Feels very necessary, just like you would with your biological hair, to go ahead and protect it so that you can get a long life out of it. And in case you didn't know, silicone is just like any other fiber. It does require, the reason why it requires treatment, I'm just going to give you a quick little 101 on this. So if you have your fresh silicone wig, the hair fibers are going to be nice and straight. But as they rub up against your clothes, your car seat, movement, everything, you slowly start getting these little tiny pieces that kind of cross off and separate. So it's still part of the original strand, but because of the friction, you get these little pieces that come off. That's what's going to make it look frizzy, and that's why you treat it. What you want to do is apply the heat, allow it to cool. You don't want to just apply the heat and walk off. You're going to apply the heat and keep combing through or using your fingers so that you reseal those pieces back to a full length as it starts to cool. With every heat-friendly wig, you have to allow it to cool in the position you want it to ensure that it reseals itself. So if you're applying curls, you want to put the curl in, hold that curl in either with your hand, a clip, a little roller, allow it to cool, and then you're going to have the curl that you want. If you just curl it and allow it to drop, it's going to straighten right out from the weight of the fabric, of the synthetic hair, and that's why you're not getting the curls you absolutely desire. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Now, all heat-friendly wigs, just to be cautious, they do require, some of them are high temp heat friendly, but general rule of thumb is 280 degrees max. Some allow a little bit higher, but if you're not sure, it's better safe than sorry. You do not want to ruin your very expensive, very pretty wig. Now, we always say you want to use a wide tooth comb or your fingers to brush through the wig. Anything smaller than that is going to put friction and wear and tear on the synthetic fibers. Today is a little different. I am going to be using, as I'm straightening my hair while it cools, I'm going to be using my fingers and this comb just to ensure that those tips that have sprung out a little bit, causing the frizziness, are attaching themselves to the hair fiber to make it smooth, soft, and supple again. So bear with me. I'm going to go ahead and just take a clip. The most important part, because of course that's what hits your clothes and that's what's going to get the most friction, is going to be the bottom portion of your wig. So I am going to just pull this part up because it doesn't need as much care, but it'll also help me take the time and do what I need to do on this lower portion. So I'm just going to start right here in the middle. I'm going to take a chunk and then I'll work my way right and I'll work my way left. And if you could feel this, you would feel how rough and bristly it is. So I'm just going to run my flat iron through at 280 degrees just a couple of times. And then once I've done that, I'm just going to take my comb and continue to comb through those rough ends and get them nice and soft again. And you can see that the comb is having a little bit of a difficult time getting through those ends. So we're just straightening them back out. And in fact, those are in still pretty rough shape. I'm just going to go ahead and add a little more heat down here now that I've gotten them combed out a little bit. Oh, already feeling so much better. And then I have to let it cool first. So I'm just going to keep running those through so they're nice and straight. And look how much easier that comb is going through. And I wish you could feel how much softer those ends already feel just from doing that little tiny extra little bit of heat. So I am, all right. So we'll just go ahead and go to the next little section. And run it through a couple of times. Yes, it's time consuming, but if you want your wig to look fantastic for quite some time, it's important to put in a little bit of quality care and TLC into the wig to ensure it looks its best. Again, I think I've let this one go a little too long. So I am, now that I can kind of get through it again, I'm just going to go ahead and do the tips. There we go. And then we want it to cool while running the comb through that, so everything just reseals to the original fiber. All right. Already so much better. Okay, oops. I am just gonna go ahead and continue this, so bear with me while I fast forward through all of this, and I'll show you what to do next. All right, I went ahead and paused the video while I did the middle section. Didn't think we needed to see that. The top section I do a smidge different. The tips aren't rubbing up against hair fiber or anything like that, or clothes fiber, so the ends aren't as rough and tough as the underside. So what we're going to do is just grab some of the hair. We're going to do it at a slight angle because we want to get these flyaways back down. We want to put them back in the direction we want them to take. So we're just going to take the wig and put a slight little angle to it, and then do it a little bit different as it cools. I want those to come down. So this time around, I'm just going to use my hands to press on them so that there isn't as many flyaways. The other thing that works is water helps bring that down. You can use a bit of wig wax, but just remember, the more product you put on there, the faster it gets dirty, and you have to wash it frequently. The more you wash it, the less life you're going to get out of the wig. So it's really important to use the least amount of product and do the least amount of handling of the wig, like applying heat or curls, so you get the longest life out of your wig. All right. Sorry about that. We'll just continue going. Perfect. Just at a slight little angle, still at 280. We're just bringing that down, and then we're going to go ahead and get the front section I wasn't able to do when it was facing the other way. Oh, it already feels so much better. So remember, anytime you do any curls or heat to your wig, you do have to have it cooled down in the position you want it to. Otherwise, it's gonna not seal itself to the hair fiber as frequently or as well as you would like it. But that is it, just a quick, simple heat treatment to your heat-friendly wigs to get it looking as best and as lovely as you can. Hi everyone, and thank you for joining me as we did a heat treatment on my heat-friendly wig. Isn't she gorgeous? I'm just going to do a quick little 360 so you can see the ends and how much better they look just from doing that little tiny bit of treatment. Now remember, heat-friendly wigs do require heat. I cannot stress that enough to get them to look the best that they possibly can. And that is everything for today. So if you'd like what you saw and want to see more, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you, and have a great rest of your day.